One of, if not the hardest thing to understand in Brawl Stars is how brawlers draft into other brawlers. If you want to reach Legendary, Masters, or even Pro, you need to understand how each brawler interacts with each other. Normally, you'd have to play thousands of hours to fully understand, but I'm going to detail how every single sniper works in draft in only 20 minutes. I will go over what each sniper is actually picked for, the top 3 best counters to each sniper, the top 3 best matchups for each sniper, and what build you want to go in every single situation. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment what class you want next, and let's get into the video because I guarantee this is the most useful sniper video you will ever watch. First, we are covering what each brawler is picked for in draft and why. Let's get started. Starting off, we have Byron. You can draft Byron for 3 different reasons. That's a part of why he's my favorite sniper. The first reason is a safe first pick. He is one of the best safe first picks out there for both bounty and knockout. This is because he is extremely versatile, having amazing range, heals, damage, and consistent shots. The second reason is to counter other snipers. Byron has an extremely far range, which means he can beat a lot of other snipers as long as you keep them at the end of your range. The best brawlers he counters are Bell and Brock, who both get very outranged by him. I would suggest not picking him into Piper or Pierce because they outrange him. The last reason to pick Byron is a bit more cheesy. If you want to go a dumb heal strategy, like maybe Frank Byron or Damien Kit Byron, you can pick him with that to pair well with tanks. Gus. Gus is an interesting sniper. He's classified as a support and not really played like any other sniper. While you can pick him on Shooting Star or out in the open, he's not really meant for that. He gets outranged too much by other snipers. What he can do is be picked on Gem Grab, a bit of an odd place to be picked. He's actually a really good mid because he can deal good damage and he can survive assassins with his shield. He's also playable on more closed knockout and bounty maps like Flaring Phoenix because he has very consistent shots and shield. Brock. Honestly, to me there's only one reason to go Brock, and that's for wall break. If you need wall break on bounty, or more likely knockout, he's your guy. So basically, you pick him into throwers, and then you break the wall, and the thrower can't do anything about it. One really specific but useful reason to go Brock is on out in the open. He is the best pick there because you can get an early wall break onto the left side of the wall. This means your team has 2 different ways they can go in and out of the game, and the enemy team will only have 1. It's extremely important on that map because if you don't have it, you can't really escape if you get hit once or twice without taking a long stroll to the right lane. All the pros will ban Brock first on this map because of that. It's like how Angelo is broken there because he can go in the water, but imagine if all of you were like Angelo and could go on the water. B. Unless you are a hacker, I don't really recommend going B. I mean, maybe you could use her as a counter to tanks, specifically on Ring of Fire, but that's about it. Don't go B. Mandy. After the new buffs, she may actually be good, but it is often hard to pull her off because her shots are really hard to hit. As it stands, the only reason to pick Mandy is if the enemy team went 3 snipers and you want to outrange them. Angelo. Angelo is an insanely good sniper, one of, if not the best for the past half year. He can be played basically on any map with water. You can first pick him if you want, or pick him on any of the middle picks because he is so versatile. He's good on heist maps like Safe Zone and Bridge Too Far, while also being good in every single knockout map and every single bounty map. However, he gets countered by throwers, assassins, and Nani, so be careful who you pick him into. He's still a very safe first pick though, because he does amazing on any map with water, because he can just go in the water and hide there and make sure he doesn't get shot, because he can basically move so much more than any other sniper can. Gray. I see two uses for Gray, depending on the mode. If the mode is knockout or bounty, he is solely used as a counter to throwers. Have a sprout problem? Just pull them. It's like he has a mini gene pool. On top of that, he can teleport to them, which is pretty good I guess. But even on top of that, his star power tanks sniper damage really well, because it takes half of the damage of the first shot. So that means if Piper hits you for the first time, instead of doing 3,400 damage, she's only doing 1,700 damage to you. If the mode is Hot Zone, you must do the Forbidden Gray teleport strategy. It's where you pick Gray and a tank like Draco, Hank, Damien, or Frank. You set up teleport from spawn to halfway to the Hot Zone, then you set up your hypercharge teleport from your first teleport's end to the Hot Zone. And once that's set up, it's physically impossible for you to lose because of the overwhelming HP, and the tanks just keep teleporting in for free zone time. Belle. Belle has two reasons to be picked. First, she's a very safe first pick on bounty and knockout, as well as a good pick in Ring of Fire. So she's kind of like a Byron in that sense. I'd say both of them are some of the safest pick if you don't know what to go in bounty and knockout. The second reason would be the counter Gene or Buster. If the enemy team has a Gene or Buster, they're going to want to stay together for Buster Supercharge or Gene heals. So Belle prevents them from doing that by having them separate, because they're scared of spreading the Belle shot from one person to another by sticking together. Pierce. Pierce is an interesting brawler. Honestly, he's pretty good on a lot of maps, but also almost never the best pick. Basically, just pick him if you can actually aim good. He's good into snipers and damage dealers and tanks, so like anything that's not an assassin or thrower. Not much actual advice for him, besides that if you pick him, you better play him well. Nani. Nani is the ultimate sniper counter. Use her gadget to basically kill any sniper, like if they use Angelo or Piper shot, you can just reflect it. On top of that, she deals massive damage, and her head game is insane. Use her against basically any sniper on a fairly open map. Piper, the girl we've all been waiting for, the staple of snipers, but currently the most useless sniper. However, let's consider the future Piper buffs as I'm talking about her. She can basically counter any sniper besides Gus or Nani. Her entire thing is that she can kill you if she hits a single shot from max range. If she hits one, that's 3,600 damage. Then she uses her gadget that's a free another shot, and that's another 3,600 damage for a total of 7,200 damage. That kills almost every sniper in the game, which makes her so insane. Now that we've covered what every brawler does, let's cover each brawler's 3 biggest counters and 3 brawlers they do best into and why. Piper's 3 biggest counters. Nani, because she can return to center Piper's shot, can easily 2-tap Piper, and outranges her. Mortis, because he can easily get close to Piper, and even with super knockback gadget, he can just wait a second and then go in. He can wait for the bombs to explode, he can wait for the knockback to end, it doesn't even slow anymore. And lastly, Mr. P, because he can spawn stuff that Piper takes forever to kill, because they also get close to her, which means she's doing less damage and wasting her shots. This can also apply for any spawner brawler, not just Mr. P. For example, Eve or Charlie. Piper's 3 best matchups. Byron. Byron is slightly outranged by Piper and gets 2-tapped by him. Angelo. Angelo is a menace, except for when they're getting 2-tapped by a Piper. Lastly, Colt, because Piper can 2-tap him on heist maps like Bridge Too Far and Safe Zone while also outranging him. But wait, Before we get to the rest of snipers, could you please like and maybe subscribe? It takes 5 seconds for you, and that's nothing compared to the days it took for me to make this. I would be forever grateful. Thank you so much. And comment below what other guides you'd want. Okay, now back to the guide. Nani's top 3 counters. Jean. Jean will only tickle Nani, meaning that her gadget does absolutely nothing. Leon. Leon also just tickles Nani, but can also get up close and kill her, and also has a turret that makes it hard for Nani to hit his shot. Lastly, you can probably say Sprout is one, as long as it's on a map that Sprout can play, and there's no assassins to counter the Sprout. Nani's top 3 best matchups: Piper, because duh, Angelo, because duh, Mortis, because he can't get close. If he does, you can just auto-aim on Nani and then use your super if he's right on top of you for an instant 3000 damage and knockback. Pierce's top 3 counters. Piper, because she can 2-tap him and actually outranges him. Mortis, because he can just dash onto Pierce, and Pierce can't do anything about it. And lastly, someone like Charlie or Ruffs, who can spawn pets / sandbags to absorb Pierce shots. Pierce's best matchups: anyone slow with close to mid-range, basically so like Frank, Kaze, Spike, Griff, etc, etc. A lot of brawlers are like this. Belle's top 3 counters. Piper. Piper outranges and 2-taps Belle, leading to an impossible to win matchup for the Belle. Byron. Byron also outranges Belle, and his shots are way easier to hit. Mortis. Mortis can just dive in on Belle, and she literally can't do anything because he can kill her in 2 shots and a gadget. Belle's top 3 matchups. Jean. As I've said previously, Jean can't group up with his friends when Belle is threatening to bounce shots. Buster. Not only can Buster not stay close to his teammates, but Belle also has a super that semi-counters tanks. Ollie. Belle has traps that prevent Ollie from getting close, while also putting her super marker on him. As long as you play it safe, you can't lose Belle versus Ollie. Gray's top 3 counters. Ruffs. Ruffs counters Gray because Ruffs can put down his bags, and it literally takes forever for Gray to destroy them. Bull. Bull, or literally any high health brawler, will destroy Gray. He does literally no damage and takes forever to reload. Bo and Lou. Both of these guys are specifically to counter the Gray hot zone cheese strategy. For Bo, you just put the mines down right where the teleport is, and the tank will run into all of them, letting you cycle your super and put them down there again. For Lou, you can just stun them and use your super. Gray's best 3 matchups. Sprout. Sprout is super common in Knockout and Bounty, but Gray can just pull them or super onto them for an easy kill. Tick, once again, same thing. Piper, because she does low damage up close, so you can Gray TP onto her. However, I still recommend only picking Gray into throwers. Angelo's top 3 counters. Nani. As I've said, Nani can just reflect the 4000 Angelo shot, doing insane damage back to Angelo. Kit. Kit is a special case. If you jump on a brawler that's standing on water with Kit, Kit gets sent off, able to still do normal attacks, while the water enemy is stuck in your Kit super. Eve. Eve can also walk on water and also has very long range, and spawns little babies that Angelo really struggles to take out. Angelo's 3 best matchups. Pierce. Angelo is a very fast brawler who can get even faster on water. This means it's extremely hard for Pierce to hit them. Angelo also has a jump, completely nullifying Pierce super. Belle. Angelo can once again easily avoid the shots and does literally 80% of Belle's health with a single shot. They also counter Brock for the same reason. Mandy's counters. Literally any assassin or tank will counter Mandy, like really easily. it's hard to say Mandy is a good pick on almost any map, into almost any counter or non-counter. Mandy's best matchups, basically any sniper she's pretty good into, just because of her range. But you have to remember to really stay back and really try and hit your supers. B's 3 biggest counters. Max. Max can just dodge all of B's extremely slow projectiles, but I don't recommend going Max in the current meta. Nani. Nani can just bounce back B's big shot easily. Charlie. Charlie can spawn pets to tank the big B shots easily, and then outrange B. B's top matchups. Basically any slow brawler on an open map, so like a tank on Ring of Fire, or anything like that. Also, Mortis, because he can't approach if you save your shot until he's on top of you, and then super. Brock's 3 biggest counters. Byron. Byron outranges Brock, and his shots are way easier to hit. Max. Once again, I'm not saying pick Max in your ranked games, but she is really good into him. Brock shots are super duper easy to dodge, because unless you're at max range, the rocket is very small. And yes, bigger is better, because Max can easily avoid Brock's small rocket. Lastly, Mortis, because he can also avoid Brock's shots, and easily assassinate Brock even when Brock uses jump. Brock's top 3 matchups. Sprout, because obviously Brock breaks Sprout wall. 8-bit. In Heist, Brock can auto-aim at 8-bit from max distance and literally never miss a shot because of how slow 8-bit is. Bonnie. Just like 8-bit, Bonnie is way too slow to avoid Brock shots and absolutely feeds him an insane amount of super when she can't even hit him because her range isn't long enough. Gus's 3 biggest counters. Gus doesn't really have any good counters, and that's why he's such a good mid. However, he does have some. Tara. In Gem Grab, her spawnables make it very annoying for Gus to hit shots, and he can't do anything about Tara Pool. Charlie. In both Bounty / Knockout and Gem Grab, she can counter him with her little spiders he has to waste shots on. Lastly, Frank. Gus just can't outdamage a Frank. No matter how much damage he puts on a Frank, Frank will still have HP. Gus's top matchups. Gus doesn't actually do that well into anyone, but of course he doesn't do bad. He just does okay, which makes him a safe first pick. He's pretty good into assassins though, because of his shield and ghost pop. Byron's 3 biggest counters. Edgar, because yeah, of course, if you get jumped on, there's just nothing you can do. Piper, she 2-taps him and slightly outranges him. Mortis, if Mortis charges in on a Byron, there's no way a Byron wins, even with super and gadget. Byron's top 3 matchups. Brock, he outranges Brock and his shots are easier to hit. Bell, he also outranges Bell and his shots are easier to hit. Charlie may try to block your shots with her spiders, but you can use your Pierce gadget to win and then outrange her. Now that you know why we play each sniper, and what they're both good and bad into, it's time for what builds you should go for every sniper. Byron, for gadget, you should always go triple shot, because it makes it so much easier to hit shots. Only really good Byrons who have a giant ego will go healing gadget. For star powers, people like to go Malaise because it's broken and doesn't let the enemy team heal, but personally I go Pierce because I like to hit both my teammates and heal them, and my enemies and kill them at the same time. Gus only has one real build. Always go Cookie Popper gadget, and the star power that gives more damage when you have shield on. Brock, your star power should always be the one that has more rockets during super, because you can easily catch someone by surprise by hitting them with one shot and then getting them in the middle of your super for a free kill. Gadget will depend. If you pick him for wall break, as we've previously discussed, go wall break gadget. Another benefit of that gadget is you can use it to confirm a kill because the explode radius is larger than a normal Brock shot. So if you don't think you'll be able to hit a shot normally, you can use your gadget to confirm a kill. Other gadget isn't actually that good, just if you're going into assassins and don't need a wall break. B. For B gadgets, it depends. Normally, the one that circles around her is better. However, if you're going into snipers or Jean, you should get the honey turret gadget to tank sniper shots or Jean pool. B's star power is completely up to you. Mandy, always go for the faster shot star power. For her gadget, it's better to go wall pierce, but if you're going into a slow brawler or tank, you should play the slow gadget. Slow them easily and then get your super extremely easily, because they are slow. Angelo, you should use the healing star power on Angelo because often you don't have time to heal when you're charging your shot, so it's important to heal during your super. Their gadgets are more interesting, however. Honestly, it depends. If you're really good at Angelo, go Pierce. But if you're not very good, go Jump. Or if you're facing an assassin, go Jump. Gray. If you're doing the Hot Zone cheese strategy, go the heal star power so the tank has more health. If you're facing snipers, go the other star power to tank a shot from a sniper. Always go pool gadget on Gray, it's literally half of why he's good. Bell, always go shield star power on Bell. It's not worth it to go the ammo cancellation star power unless you're going against a Mortis or an Edgar. For gadget, if you're going against a tank or assassin that will be aggro, go the trap gadget. Otherwise, go the bounce gadget. Pierce, always go the slow star power as it makes it way easier to hit shots. For gadget, if you're going into assassin, go the shield gadget. Otherwise, go the extra ammo gadget as it's extremely broken. Nani, as long as you do super duper safe Nani supers, you should be on the star power that gives you more damage on her supers, not the one with shield, because you should never be supering in a place where people can kill you. If you're facing tanks, go the reflector gadget. If you're in heist, go the teleport gadget, unless you're facing snipers in heist, which you should go the reflector gadget. Piper, generally always go the reload star power on Piper, but if you're feeling a bit wild, a bit silly, a little bit funny, you could try the bush star power on very bushy maps like out in the open. But always, and I mean always, use the auto hit gadget on Piper, because it's genuinely so insane for getting kills. The knockback gadget does absolutely nothing, and if you want to escape assassins, just super away. Well, now we're done. But wait, we're not. I'm going to quickly cover gears because I know at least a few people will be asking about them. On out in the open, always go vision and either shield or damage. Otherwise, for every sniper, just go shield damage. Besides Gus, where you go health shield or health damage. Thank you so much for watching, and comment what type of guide I should do next, and also like, and also subscribe, and also thanks again. I hope your day is great. See you next time.